Here's a GRE data analysis question. Let's take a look. If three numbers are chosen at random from set K above, what is the probability that at least one of them will be even? All right. Well, let's remind ourselves how we define probability. What is probability? And you can see from all of these answer options that it's a fraction. We could say that probability is the number of desired outcomes divided by the number of possible outcomes, right? Number of desired divided by the number of possible. So if I'm going to pick three numbers from this list and I have 7 numbers to choose from, how many possible outcomes are there? Well, the answer to that comes from the combinations formula, 7 choose 3, right? If I have 7 to pick from and I'm choosing 3, how many different ways are there to do that? As a reminder, the NCR formula is n factorial divided by r factorial times n minus r factorial. So that's going to be 7 factorial over 3 factorial times 7 minus 3, or 4 factorial. And when we do that, we can cancel out 4, 3, 2, 1 on top and on bottom. So I get, I'm just looking for a space to write here, 7 times 6 times 5 divided by 3 times 2 times 1. And so the 6 cancels out, and that equals 35. Let me just say here, this is why it's important to know your formulas and to use your calculator. Your calculator can do all of this very, very quickly. All right, so we've established that there are 35 possible outcomes, and that clicks with what I'm seeing here, right? 35 possible outcomes. Here's the hard part. You're like, wait, that wasn't the hard part? Here's the hard part. I want, in my desired outcomes, I want to have at least one even. So what I could do is count up all the ways that I get even numbers, or at least one even number. And that means not just the cases where I have one even number, but also the cases where I have 2. But there is a little bit of a better way. And that's to figure out what ways does this not work? In other words, what are the undesired outcomes? If there are 35 total outcomes and I figure out all the undesired ones and take them out, I'm left with the desired number of outcomes. So how many ways are there not to get at least one even? Another way of saying that is, how many ways are there to get 3 odds? Well, let's count them up. We could get, and I'm going to go methodically here. We could get 1, 1, 7. We could get 1, 1, 11. 1, 1, 11. We could get 1, 1, 13. 1, 1, 13. We could get 1, 7, 11. 1, 7, 11. And we could get 1, 7, 13. 1, 7, 13. And then I could get 7, 11, 13. 7, 11, and 13. How many ways is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6 ways for me not to get what I want, and 35 ways total. That means that there are 29 ways left. The correct answer here is D. For more GRE tips and tricks, or to sign up for my online course, follow the link in my profile.